good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the Miss Phins Show. I'm your host, Miss Phins. Thank you for coming through. Much appreciated. Very excited for an awesome game this weekend. Why? Because, we're just going to be partying all day. It's Christmas. It's going to be so much fun. Have to make sure I got ready for the event, so I'm going to give you all a little sneak peek. But thank you for coming through, guys. Much appreciated. Thank you. I did it again. Good morning. Yep, wait a minute. Good morning, guys. Giving y'all a preview what I'll be wearing on Sunday for Christmas. Merry Christmas, everybody. Welcome. We are doing our game preview like we do every single game, technically Friday, but I got the day off tomorrow, and I need to take care of some stuff. So good morning, Daddy Dean. Good morning, Miss Phins fam. Miss Phins England is no excuse. I know, Michael. I know. Appreciate your patience, though. Thank you, Delusional. I don't want to be the person to point this out. That's strange, Miss Phins. I think you made a mistake. I see two on the graphic of Pro Bowlers' names. What do you mean? He is a Pro Bowler. Alternate. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Nice hat. Thank you. Adam S. Welcome. Good morning. Very excited, guys. Very excited to be here this morning. Honestly, guys, we got a lot to talk about. We got a lot to preview in this game. Ooh, because I think most of you guys should know by now, I can't stand. And I literally mean I can't stand. Michael K., 2 minutes, okay? 2 minutes. My Lord. 2 minutes. Can't even be 2 minutes, man. This whole week has been rough, okay? Got a lot to deal with. But I'm here. Am I not here? You know what I mean? I'm not here. Good morning, guys. Only an alternate Dolphins fans. What up? Dolphin fans did their job. You know what I mean? Cause as I learned, that was only one third. So you can see the Dolphins part. It's only 1/3. Only fans only count for 1/3, guys. The rest is players, and then the other third is what do you call them? Coaches. There you go. So yeah, guys. Good morning, Chef Jew. Middle of the week, not even the weekend yet. Packed by, of course. They say, yeah, no. Okay, y'all, y'all are on it this morning. I appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Thank you for coming through. Everybody on Twitter and Twitch, thank you so much for joining up. Guys, you already know what I'm going to ask. You know what I'm going to say. Go ahead and hit that like button, guys. Really need that like button hit. We got to let everybody else know that we're live, okay? So please let everybody else know that we are live. We are chilling, killing. We're about to discuss how the Miami Dolphins are about to go on a historic run and run through the next 5 games on our way to winning the Super Bowl. So let's discuss this. And step 1 is destroying the Green Bay Packers, ladies and gentlemen. So go ahead and hit that like button. Let's make it happen. Let's have some fun like we do. And you know what I say? We win together. We lose together. Dolphins for life. Oh, this is actually kind of warm. I was not expecting this hat to be as warm as it is. Okay. Good. Because it's apparently going to be super cold and wet and whatever in the game. And Chef Jew, again, thank you. You're like the special angel for this show, man. Seriously. You're super blessing, man. So hit that like button, guys. Hit the like button, share, subscribe. Wow. I got a confession to make, guys. I haven't really been feeling myself the last 2 weeks. Not because of the Dolphins, personal stuff, but the Dolphins definitely didn't help. And yeah, I am human. You know what I mean? I kind of felt like I was off, but I'm back, like the Dolphins are in this winning column, and you will see. So please subscribe today, guys. We're only 250 something away from 1,000 subscribers. Let's make it happen. Thankfully, oh hush it, okay, guys. I've been here every single day doing nothing but pumping out content for you guys. Okay. Um, Tua, you're only an alternate. You can't talk to people. Yo, these non-Dolphin fans are hilarious this morning. Still not changing my pick. Uh, Packs by 10. Okay, okay, Michael. Okay, you got it. Uh, Thank you, Jeremiah. Thank you, Jeremiah. So you guys already know what we talk about today. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys the essentially this is the pregame show, guys. I'm gonna give you the team expectations, Tua's expectations. I'm gonna give you Mike McDaniel's expectations. I'm gonna go ahead and give you the injury report like we do every single week. Give you team stats, obviously, and then key players to take a look at, and then kind of, I like I said, McDaniel, and then Tua, and then give you kind of like my overall view of this game. So I gotta keep shooting fast and keep shooting hard. That thank you, thank you. Yeah, just life gets tough at times, you know. And I'm not gonna pretend like I'm a perfect human being. I'm not, even though God thinks I am, but I'm not. And you know, things happen. It is what it is. But you guys definitely are always here, so I appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys being here every single day. Let's see here. I got one thing to do before I can give y'all my 1,000%. So bear with me. Now, in the meantime, because there's no point in me asking y'all later, give me, I'm here for you, Lady Dolphin. And says, thank you, Chef Jill. Seriously, it really does help. Y'all know that I love my my. Can't even think right now. I love my questions, so I'm gonna give y'all I'm gonna post a question, and I need you guys to answer because we're gonna talk about it. It's extremely important. Is this a must-win for the Dolphins? Because a lot of people say yes. A lot of people said I've been listening to people out there. Is this a must-win? So go ahead and answer that for me. In the meantime, too, guys, do me a favor. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit the like button. Share, subscribe. Let everybody else know that we're here. Good morning. We're gonna start out your day. Great, guys, because guess what? It's guys, it's Thursday. It's Thursday. Two things happened today. One, if you're here, you're alive. Thank God for that. And two, if I'm here, I'm alive. At the end of the day, it really boils down to all of that. So, thank God we're here. We're able to support each other, get at each other. Because I feel like we're all like little siblings to each other. Um, but yes, let me. Oh, I agree. I agree with you 1,000%. Games were a swing, and we went 0-3. Yeah. Uh, okay, so let me right. Uh, okay, there it is. I did it. I did it. It is. Okay, so guys, we got 15 people in here, only 7 likes. Let's hit that like button, guys. Well, my throat went somewhere else. Good morning. We gotta run the rock for real. For real. Bobby Young, welcome, Sir Jeremiah. Appreciate it. Miss Phins, you always bring the truth, always on point. This is what makes you simply the best. Thank you, Jeremiah. You know what, guys? I can only talk about what I see in the game. I tell everybody, look, I'm not an expert. I didn't dedicate my life to the Dolphins. Like I have a life, but I love talking about the team, and this is why I have the show because I talk to my family about the Dolphins, obviously, in the NFL. But I wanted to talk to other people about it too, which is why we're so interactive. Um, and no lie to you, I think this is gonna be a real look. It sucked. We lost to the Bills. I am not happy. There is no more. We lost. Period. And I told you all already. Whoever won that game is gonna win the division. So even though technically they haven't won the division yet, hey man, Bills already won the division. It is what it is. Whatever. On to next year when it comes to winning the division. But that was a good. I mean, the whole time I was like I'm watching a great movie. I don't know about you guys, but you guys know when you watch a really good movie that you're like I don't know what's going on, or like what to say, what to think. Like when you watch a movie like that, you're like, ooh, ooh, okay. You get really into it, like really, like I get really into it. You know what I mean? So for me, it's like, all right, no problem. But yeah, guys, like it. Let me tell you something. It gets really, really good, really, really good. Bill's still on the first place for you. They say you can have it in 2020, 2023. Can get there. You're funny, Mike. You're real funny. Let me send this out to somebody. Can you feel me? So yeah, guys, we're gonna discuss it. Like I told you, look, this is gonna be, and I feel like this game, to Delusional's points, this is also going to be a really intense movie that we're about to watch. This is gonna be an intense game because technically the Packers are not out of the playoffs. This is why they're a horrible team. But yeah, what do you call it? At the end of the day, it is what it is. It is what it is. Um, this is for playoffs. This is for playoffs. This is for playoffs. Period. It is for playoff. This is a playoff game, and if the Dolphins are serious about getting into the postseason and actually doing something in the postseason, we're gonna have to have the Dolphins. I mean, we're gonna have to. So this team is gonna have to figure it out. That's what I'm trying to say. There you go. Yeah, I don't know how, but that's what we're gonna discuss, ladies and gentlemen. That is what we are discussing. Sorry, my phone's about to die, so gotta take care of that for you. So, ladies and gentlemen, look, this is if you know about the Dolphins, you already know that the Dolphins have spent over $100 million in this offense, with maybe like sprinkle in the defense, literal sprinkle. We put up so much money in this offense, and we were told that obviously the what do you call it, defense was going to take a step back. Well, we didn't think it was going to be this much of a step. Uh, okay. Let's see here. Ross and Greer are gas ladders. Man, I don't even. I don't know. Because if we get into it, I really want to say I got some choice words, but this is still PG-13. I mean PG. So at this point, it is what it is. But I'm 1,000% with Bob Young here. We have to run the rock. I'm gonna give y'all my keys to victory in a minute. But let's start out like we always do at the end of the day with the injury report. Where is this thing? So yeah, so let me get y'all the injury report. Bzz, 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 bzz. Okay, with this injury report, we already know who's injured. We're all injured. We have about, I don't know how many people injured. They have even more people injured than we do. Is Jay Wilson back? So Jay Wilson is still Miss Phins. Say before Miss Phins after. You're hilarious. Yes, yes, Michael. Well, delusional. Besides Jets and Vikings, no team has really dominated the Packers. Yeah, but they've been beat. They have a horrible record. Horrible record. You know what I mean? Now, right now for the Packers, they have Rudy Ford, their safety, who's questionable. They have El Elgton Elgton Jenkins. That was a tough one to say. I'm not gonna lie. They got Kayshawn Nixon, Aaron Jones, all questionable. I don't understand why can't you, why are some of these names are just a little too much for me. They're just a little too much, a little hard to deal with. Just saying. But no, Jeff Wilson Jr. is still questionable. They don't even think he might actually play because hey, the injury was a little bit rougher than what we thought initially. That's the issue. We thought perhaps, okay, wasn't going to be too bad. Guys, keep hitting that like button for me. Keep hitting the like button for me. So everybody else knows we're live. Thank you. Um, as far as the actual players themselves, their injuries are not too bad. They really aren't. As far as the Packers, they're not too bad. They're kind of lucky. Now this is just updated. They do have Tippa Galei, or I don't know how to say it. He's on IR. He was put on IR yesterday. Their linebacker. Um, ooh, excuse me. Now this is interesting because Aaron Jones, you know that they really need, but because of that knee injury, you know, he might not be as 100% as they need him to be for them to be successful. I mean, that's on them. You know what I mean? They also have David Bakhtiari, their tackle, really good tackle actually. He's also questionable. So yeah, as far as the Packers, I mean, most of their starters are there with Aaron Jones, Bakhtiari, and Jenkins all being questionable. As far as their defense, they pretty much have everybody on defense. Rudy Ford is really the only one. Their free safety that's actually questionable, and then like I said, Keyshawn, their other corner, he's questionable. But for the most part, their team is there. They're not dealing with like that many injuries per se. That's gonna cost them to not be able to, be as close to 100% player wise, right? As far as the Dolphins, us and our injuries, I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. My 7-year-old daughter, Joy, said she will pray for you. Oh, thank you, Daddy Dean. I mean, I'm alive, guys, and everybody's alive. My family's alive. We're good. We're good. It's just, life. That's all. Um, Appreciate her though. Roadrunner, good morning. What's up? Good morning. I appreciate her though. Appreciate her. Thank you, Joy. What will the pack do? Bills to some reason win the normal. We'll see. Good morning, JC. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. So yeah, so let me go over the Dolphins injury report. Look, we got River Craycraft due to his calf. He didn't practice yesterday. Jeff Wilson, like I told you guys, that hip injury, he's still limited. It might be a little bit more than what we're thinking. You know what I mean? But I think he should be fine. If he does play, it'll be very limited, in my opinion. Just saying, very limited. As far as Jeremy Smythe, he's also questionable. Duke Riley, Jalen Phillips, that's a new one. Everybody's injured. It's the end of the season. Everybody's gonna have some sort of injury. Javon Holland, questionable. He's been questionable as of late, with the fans. Eric Fisher, uh, also questionable. Teron, we already know him and his toe. Eric Rowe, Elijah Campbell, also questionable. Baker, Crossan. So, yeah, those are the ones that are injury. As far as depth chart, though, it's no point. I mean, at this point, we've got a lot of people on our defense questionable. Our offense is not as questionable as well, it could be questionable, but it's not. They're not as injury questionable as others, if you will. So that's good. This particular game, look, this is gonna be another epic movie in my opinion. This is gonna be another game. We know that the Packers needed. The Packers have to win out if they want to make the postseason. But even if they make it, I don't think they're gonna do anything. Minnesota already clinched the division, right? And Detroit, I mean, my money's on Detroit. They're clicking in all cylinders. Their defense may not be as good, but man, that offense, and I said it to y'all, that offense is pretty good. That offense is pretty good. So we gotta watch out for. So that was your injury report brought to you by Miss Phins and your Miami Dolphins. Happy holidays, everybody. Merry Christmas. Thank you, thank you. Now let's go over the team stats real quick for the game. These team stats are brought to you by, again, Miss Fins. Thank you very much. Keep hitting that like button, share, subscribe. Let's see here. So, look, these teams, interestingly enough, they're semi-similar. No. Dolphins are a better team, period. I was trying to hype up the Packers. They absolutely suck this year. Like, absolutely suck this year. There is no reason. why the Dolphins shouldn't, to be honest with you. I mean, I don't want to say blow out, but there's no reason why the Dolphins shouldn't be winning this handedly by a minimum of 10 points. Minimum of 10 points. I'll explain. So as far as the Packers, listen, the Packers, their offense is averaging 20.5 points per game. Okay. They're averaging 360.5 yards per game. 234.2 in the air and 126.3 on the ground. You know that Watson guy, he's been pretty good. He has been pretty good. That's what you want. Young player, pretty good. This is the thing. Their offense is now semi clicking, right? Their defense is just bad. They're allowing 22.4 points per game. They're allowing 345.8 yards per game, 196 on top, 148 on the ground. And even though technically their defense is bad, their defense is still better than ours because we're dead last in the whole NFL. We are. And this team is still, and the Dolphins are still better team than the Packers. We are a better team than the Packers. We are. And Rodgers half feels like he doesn't want to play with his players. I mean, he's just weird. Because how about a 34-23 Dolphins win on Sunday? I'll take it. I will take, what would that make that? 57 points total? I'll take it. I think this is going to be another fun game to watch. It's going to be cold, wet. Oh my God. I'm going to come prepared for that one because as much as I love the Dolphins, I got to prepare my body for this. Now, good thing though, ladies and gentlemen, I go camping 4, 5, 6 times a year. And when I do, it's pretty much always wet, cold, and or super hot. Just depends on the time of the season of the year. So I'm used to it. Good morning, Mark K. Welcome, Alan. Welcome. Morning. Good morning, sister. Love you. Thank you, buddy. You too. I think the Dolphins need to get that tight end from Notre Dame. He's generational. We'll see. I'm not talking draft or anything for next year. The season's not over yet. Once it's over in the off season, just like we did last year, this show started in the off season, ladies and gentlemen. This show started Super Bowl week last season. So trust me, you're gonna have Miss Phins all year round. Okay? Now, for the offense for the Dolphins, we're scoring 24.6 points per game, 200. We're doing 385.3 yards in the of offense as well. 288.4 in the air, 96.9 on the ground. This is a problem we have, ladies and gentlemen. We are allowing way too much production on defense. Our defense and our offense is technically even. We're allowing 24.6 points per game. We're allowing 374.9 yards per game. 263.9 in the air, 111.3 on the ground. I mean, literally the Dolphins right now are bending, not breaking. Everybody wants to clobber and hone in on what's his name, Boyer, but I'm not looking to get rid of Boyer at all. I'm not looking to get rid of Boyer. Had we had not have any other injuries we had, or at least half the injuries we have on this team, our defense will be way even better. So I can't. Now, again, with the injuries in the secondary, it happens. No excuses. Next man up. And as the Dolphins are going, we are having our next men up, which is exactly what you want out of your team. You want to be next man up. That's the good thing about that. Now, let's see here. Uh, Let me say, I've read the Notre Dame tight end is a top 20 pick. We don't have top 20 pick, which is why it would have to be somebody like super insane, and we would have to make some serious moves, and it's going to cost us a lot. So I don't see it. Um, I don't see us being able to get it. Thank you, Jeremiah. You're awesome. So let's go back into this. Now, as far as the actual Packers and Dolphins, look, in the last five, Packers have been 3-2. They won versus the Dallas Cowboys in overtime, 31-28. They beat Tennessee. They lost to Tennessee 27-17. Lost to Philadelphia 40-33. But then they beat Chicago Bears 28-19, and they beat the Rams 24-12. For the Dolphins, we are 2-3 in the last five. Beat Cleveland 39 to 17, beat Houston 30 to 15, then lost to San Francisco Chargers and the Bills 33 to 17, 33 to 17, 23 to 17, 32 to 29. So, yeah, we need to get out of this funk. We can't afford to be losing anymore, anymore. It's too much. It's too much. For to lose it. So, wow, I can't believe this, but y'all have really, like, y'all are on it. Keep hitting that like button, guys. So, I asked earlier in the show, is this a must win for the Dolphins? Good morning, Canes. What's up? Ladies and gentlemen, I agree with y'all. It's a must win. It is a must win. The Dolphins right now in the position that forget about having to wait for anybody else. You know what I mean? Like forget about like the playoff scenarios or forget all that. Like, oh, we have to have this person lose and this. No, 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 no. For us to guarantee us going to the playoffs, we have to win the next three games. If we miss just one, then we're gonna have to do dealing with scenarios and stuff. But right now, like, let's be real. Guys, keep hitting that like button for me. Keep hitting that like. We got 21 votes, but only 12 likes. So go ahead and hit the like button for me. Um, yeah. Good morning, Canes. Welcome. Good morning, Miss Fins and everybody. Merry Christmas, Fins and everyone. Merry Christmas, guys. Merry Christmas, you filthy animal, and a Happy New Year. Literally my favorite Christmas morning. Good morning, Bones. Welcome. Uh, welcome. So yeah, as far as the team stats when it comes to both teams, Dolphins, in my opinion, have definitely the better offense. Absolutely the better offense. And we've managed to have a decent, even though it's 32nd, I get it. But we're top three when it comes to home defense. Only allowing 15 points per game. We're really good at home defense. And they know they pooped the bed. The team pooped it. And this road trip, we didn't do good at all because we lost all three. And this defense knows they're going to have to tighten up. They are going to have to tighten. And because of that, I absolutely see this Dolphins going off. Now, the over under is 49.5 points. Take the over, ladies and gentlemen. To Mark K's point, I don't know about high school scoring, but it is going to be a shootout, in my opinion. I think it's going to be pop, 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 pop. And now, The weather from what I saw, because I've been checking every day, but it changes a little, like slightly every day. The weather's gonna be. They're saying it's gonna be 62 degrees game time. Not change to 64. Like, obviously it's gonna change each day. That's why like I have to keep an eye on it. But yeah, it's gonna be around 64 degrees. They're saying cloud cover 99%. This is the problem in Florida. Oh, gee. Well, anywhere you go, but it's gonna look like a Seattle game because Seattle. They always say that it's like super depressive because you don't see the sun. They're saying 99% cloud cover. That means we're not gonna have the sun shining on us, and on top of that too, 51% humidity, meaning that it used to be. I saw it yesterday and they said it was 40% chance of rain. Now it's down to 25% chance of rain. But you're still going to see the cloud cover. It's going to be a cold game, a wet, sticky, cold game. And guess what? I think we're going to be fine. I think we're going to be fine. I think we shall be fine. Now, let me go ahead and give you my keys to victory because, to be honest with you guys, we're going to need them. We're definitely going to need them. We're going to need them. Yeah. We're gonna need them. But before I continue, guys, I need y'all to do me a quick favor. You see this right here, guys? Hit that like button for me real quick. Hit the like button and subscribe. Let everybody else know that we're live, okay? Meaning you dehydrate the other team. Delusional. Don't be a Bills fan, sir. Don't be a Bills fan, okay? That's every team. And by the way, we don't dehydrate nobody. We have no control over the sun. You guys gotta every opponent, just like our team, we have to play in the same sun. You gotta get your body right. If you don't got your body right, that's on y'all for not preparing. Why do you guys think Bill Belichick came in on Tuesday versus Friday like most teams do for the game? Because he said we gotta get accustomed to this Florida heat. I mean, it didn't help, but I'm sure you know what it did help, I guess, because their players weren't dying, and this is the problem. The Bills, they just thought that they just come in and do whatever they want. But funny enough, how when they were beating us, they never complain about the sun. Only when they get embarrassed and they get destroyed by the Dolphins, now the sun is a problem. Come on, come on. Hey, just like every cold weather outdoor place has the snow and the winter. It's called home field advantage for a reason. It is what it is. I don't see y'all complaining about Arizona when it gets super hot over there too, or Tampa Bay, or Jacksonville Jaguars. I mean, Kansas City Chiefs. They don't have a roof. It's hot as heck. Where are y'all complaining? Like, come on, man. Please stop it with the sun stuff. But hit the like button. Appreciate you guys. Thank you. Actually, no, we did need it, Michael K. I don't know if you know, but then again, you're a Bill fan, so you might not have known. The only way that the Dolphins were gonna get another Super Bowl is if we added that. The NFL literally told the Dolphins. I remember because I was super, super intent on wanting to have Super Bowl 50. And we ended up not having Super Bowl 50 because Ross said he didn't want to pay for it. He went to Miami at that time. The Marlins scammed the city out of hundreds of millions of dollars. And Jeffrey Loria, literally the worst owner of all time, in my opinion, scammed the city, said, nope, we built this roster. We're not going to destroy the team. But we need the money to get the stadium, blah, blah, blah. The city gave him the money. did everything that he did, and literally right after it was done, the season was over. He shipped away Mike Stanton over to the Yankees. He shipped away some of our rookie pitchers as well that were really good and coming up. So exactly what he told the city he wasn't gonna do, he did. So when Ross came to the city and said, "Hey, I need money to build this roof for the stadium," they said no. But it was because of Jeffrey Loria, and the reason why we needed it is because the NFL said Dolphins aren't gonna get another Super Bowl until we get some sort of roof. And we won a Super Bowl 50, but because he was stubborn and he didn't want to do it, even though he ended up doing it, we ended up not getting Super Bowl 50. Ended up going, I forgot where, but we still got Super Bowl 53. I think it was 3 years later after the remodeling. So yeah, that's the reason why we got it, because the NFL said, "Hey." And by the way, Miami has hosted the most Super Bowls, or at least we're tied with New Orleans because they have the dome. So we've already hosted what, 11 Super Bowl. Trust me, I'm super into this, so that's why I'm like, when it comes to that, I'm well versed because I was very upset as a fan. Um, yeah. Mm. Oh, of course it was. Just like every team that builds a stadium or redoes a stadium, it's a home field advantage. That's why it's home field, Mark. Uh, yeah. Um, but yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. He still had to pay it, and once he did pay it, the league said okay. And then instead of awarding, because Las Vegas wasn't ready to host, we ended up finally getting the Super Bowl, which we did, which was the one that was played down here. Really good Super Bowl too. Um, LVI, I think LVI 52, 51, 50 LV. No, it was LV from the Live Super Bowl Live. It's 54. Super Bowl 54 is the one that we got. So 4 years later. Trust me, when it comes to that, I know. Back to the keys to victory. Um, Look, I'm gonna keep it simple. I'm gonna keep it like I did before and a week before. As much as I can stand Aaron Rodgers, who I think is one of the most overrated quarterbacks of all time. Yes, you heard me, ladies and gentlemen. I can't stand Aaron Rodgers. Not him as an individual person or personality. I don't care about that. I talk about as a football player. I cannot stand Aaron Rodgers. And even so, I still have to say, he is a consistently good quarterback. He's a consistently good quarterback, but he has been what's the word? He has been fluffed. And I still, and until this day, I will hold it in my heart that the only reason why that man won a Super Bowl, it was because the team was on a high after they traded Brett Favre. That's it. The team was on a high. He finally got his start, and there you go. They went ahead and they went on that Super Bowl run. But interestingly enough, everybody wants to tell me how he's so good and blah blah blah, and yet he's never been to the Super Bowl before. Oh, Miss Finch, it's a team sport. Okay, yeah, it is a team sport. You're right. But how many quarterbacks have elevated their players? There's been a handful. Made it. I mean, case in point. Look at last year, the Bengals. Atrocious online. Their defense was sus. And this man brought them to the Super Bowl when they had no business being in that Super Bowl. No business in that Super Bowl. And yes, JC, their defense was legit. It was. But in particular, look, they have to show out. The offense defense has to show out. which is why I say they're about to they're about to number one key to victory in my opinion. I'm gonna say like I did last time. Establish the run and establish the run early. Period. This defense that the Packers have is not that good. It's slightly better than ours, but it's not that good. It really isn't. And right now, most teams can't handle the type of running game that whenever we actually do, that works. No. Guys, keep hitting that like button for me. Keep hitting that like button. Can't. So, like Mostert did last game, we have to establish the run. We have to establish the run, period. Now, interestingly enough, I asked you guys, is this a must win for the Dolphins? Y'all said yes. 96% said yes. 3% said no. I agree. It's a must win. I already explained that. We have to win out so we don't have to worry about anybody else win and get in stuff, So first and foremost, establish the run and do it early. Moster, let's do it. Ahmed, let's do it. Gaskins. If Jeff Wilson Jr. is not able to go, we have to establish it with Mostert. And I don't know about you, but Shell's looking phenomenal. And he is opening up these holes where I'm like, oh Lord, this running game. Why is this running game not, like this running game is good. So us establishing it early is gonna open up the play action. Which to be honest with you, I still think this mixture is, and I'll talk about it when I talk about. I'm gonna just stay a little longer than what I wanted. It's gonna be what do you call it? It's gonna be a 1-2 punch. We must, must. What do you call it? We must establish the run period. We have to. We have to. You may like it, you may not like it. It is what it is. But the Dolphins have to establish the run. We were very effective when we did it last game, but it's all about matchups. And I think this team we can match up very well when it comes to running the ball. Take that pressure off of Tua. Run the ball, run it early. That's my first, first key to victory. My second key to victory, we have to bring the pressure, and we need to pressure um, Aaron Rodgers. We have to. I don't know, Mitch, Chubb. Good morning, Big Slick. I don't know what's happening with Chubb. Chubb needs to figure out his life. But I need to see me some more Wilkins. I need to see some more Phillips. We have to do it. Good morning, JM. Welcome. We have to. Coach McDaniel must stick with it also. Oh yeah. Oh, when I go to McDaniel, trust me, I'm gonna talk about that too. But yes, you're right. Establish the run, establish it early, and then do it throughout the entire game. You know what I mean? Uh, you see his interview with Ray Lewis. He doesn't even care about Pro Bowl. It is what it is at this point. Um, yeah, guys, go ahead and hit that like button for me. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that like button for me. Um, we have to come after him. We have to get him out the pocket. Now we all know that Rogers can scramble. He can. Good morning, Steve. Welcome. He can scramble and extend plays. That's one of the things that made him a good quarterback throughout the years, but highly overrated in my opinion. Um, we have to get after him. We have to get after him. And I understood that last game we essentially utilized Holland as the quarterback. You know, um, the QB watcher, if you will. We're gonna have to do that with Rogers, not as much. Rogers is 175 years old. Yo, snowballs. JC, you're hilarious. That was actually really funny. You had me laughing there. You had me laughing when that one was good. Um, yeah, man, you got to do it. And what was I gonna say? Let's be honest. He still scrambles. You still gonna have that that what do you call it? That what is word? About this word. You still gonna have that person spying on him just to make sure. But my lord, my lord, we have to pressure him. We have to give him as little time as possible to actually get that ball out. Okay? That's my second one. My third one, stop the run. Our defense gonna have to stop that run, stop the run, stop the run, stop the run. Okay? Because if y'all, I mean, y'all already know Aaron Jones is gonna go off. Come on, man. He's their number one runner. Their number one running back. Aaron Jones, even though he's questionable, I don't know. AJ Dillon, I'm over him. I had him in fantasy. I can't stand him. Absolute garbage. Not really, but I'm just upset because of fantasy. Um, yeah. Aaron Jones, guess what? This man already has almost 1,000 rushing yards. Almost 1,000. Like this man is averaging 5.2 yards per carry. We to make sure. Have to make sure that we stop this run. But that's one of the greatest things that the Dolphins defense has been able to do. So let's stick to that. Okay? Now, mind you, um, we haven't been able to stop running quarterbacks. That's a fact. But when it comes to overall running backs, oh yeah, we have. Yep, Jones and Dillons are good. They're a good duo, but uh, you're funny, snowballs. Um, yeah. So at this point, we're gonna have to stop the run. That's my third one. So one, establish the run for the Dolphins. Stick to it, please. Please stick to it. They're gonna have to respect that run, and that's gonna open up our outside. And man, and when it does, and the middle too, Lord, let's make it happen. Let's bring that pressure. Number two, to Aaron Rodgers. Number three, let's stop that run against them. The trenches always wins games. The trenches gonna have to win this game too, and I think we'll be fine with that. This defense has to play possessed like they have at home in the last I don't know how many seasons. This whole season, they have to play possessed. Have to absolutely play possessed. They have to. So, with that being said, can Dolphins score enough? Yes, we can. Dolphins secondary gonna be torched. Nah, we'll be perfectly fine. Our secondary and our linebackers are gonna be just fine. They're gonna be just fine. What they got Lizard and that Watson guy? Please get out of here. Get out of here. This Christian Watson, it's all right, rookie. It's all right. He's not all that. He's all right, but he's not all that. And Lizard, I know is Alan Lazard. I just like saying Lizard. He's all right too. I'm not worried about this defense. I'm not worried about the Dolphins defense. Now let me give you a couple of keys to victory for Dolphins offense. which I'll talk about it with McDaniel. I already said we're gonna establish the run early and stick to it. Okay. All right. Number two. Number two. This offensive line gotta keep Tua upright. Have to keep Tua upright. There's no other. You gotta keep Tua upright. You know what I mean? And number three, Lord, we're gonna have to make these adjustments like ASAP. Have to make these adjustments. So let me talk about now, since I just mentioned that as far as the keys to victory, because I feel like that is a perfect segue into talking about head coach expectations. Mike McDaniel, these are my expectations to you, sir. Okay. But before I get there, guys, I'll go ahead and do a quick little rundown, like the guys like to say. Go ahead and find Miss Phins Monday to Friday, except this Friday because I'm taking a day off, guys. I have to be with my family. And Monday is tentative. Be, to be honest with you, I have it off too, and I already have plans, so I don't know if I'll be able to to come on the show. We'll see. Motivation Monday. If not, we'll do it on Tuesday. It's not a big deal. Um, but for sure tomorrow, there's no show tomorrow. And last night, honestly, it was Hanukkah, and I couldn't do the show last night. I had to talk to Color, so next week Wednesday we will resume League Wide Wednesdays. Um, hey, things happen, you know what I mean? And I gotta celebrate my holidays too. But yes, please, Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern. You can go ahead and find Miss Fins. We're so close. We're less than 250 subscribers away from 1,000 subscribers. Let's make it happen, guys. Please, let's go ahead and let's make it happen. Like I said, Wednesday nights, you can find us for League Wide Wednesdays every Wednesday night. Okay. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. And this game today, we are doing our game preview like we do every single, technically Friday, but today I have to do it today. Um, Week 16 Dolphins versus the Packers. This is going to be a great game, in my opinion. Let's go over what I know we need to discuss. And this is our coaching, our coaching expectations, man. I expect Mike McDaniel to do his job. I do. This is a problem I have with Mickey D's. Mickey D's right now is just he's killing us. Mike McDaniel is killing the Dolphins right now. His lack of what's the word I'm trying to say? Um, his lack of uh, adjustments. There it is. I said it. There it is. I said it. Look, Mike McDaniel is not adjusting like I want him to. To be honest with you, this is what he needs to do: establish the run. Please stick to the run. Now, granted, I know that the other team is going to make adjustments. Make adjustments to the adjustments, Matt McDaniel. You have to establish the run early. We have to make those adjustments, especially in second half. Okay, and most important of all is time management. And for the love of God, if I see another random timeout that makes absolutely no sense, I'm gonna be really upset because it makes no sense to me. Miss Smith, do you want to laugh? Watch the video of Eagle Center Kelsey trying to sing. It's hilarious. Thanks. Defense has kept sharp. Rogers is sly weasel. I know. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. He's too Gen Z for me. Too cringe. Hey, I get it. Honestly, the problem is I don't know if Tua can handle Sean Payton. That's the thing. That's the problem. That is a problem. Um, and you know what? To your point, Mark K, he's being stubborn. He's being stubborn, man. He has been stubborn. He has been stubborn. And that's the problem. He's been stubborn, man. He's been stubborn. He's been stubborn. What do you mean, Miss Vince? He's been stubborn. Well, first of all, if y'all are not seeing this game, I don't know what y'all are seeing. Good morning, Cat for Live. Welcome, buddy. Good morning, beautiful people. Love it, love it, love it. Oh yeah, yeah. Hey, Color, phenomenal dude. You know he's my co-host. Question: Has Uno hit his ceiling? Oh, I know Color asked that question. Uh, can I tell you the truth? I don't think he has. I don't think he has. And again, that's gonna be part of. Good morning. Good morning, Thirsty. How you doing? How you doing, buddy? Um, Matt McDaniel, I need you to do me a favor, man. Need you to do me a favor. Can you please, please, for the love of God? I've said this before to Color's point of stop taking the ball out of Tua's hands. But sometimes, if the run game is going, dude, let it go. Let it go. Like you have to let it go. You have to let it go. You have to let the run game continue. I don't understand for all of what's happened, all these games, and he's still somehow managing not to manage this game correctly. I don't get it. I know he's a rookie head coach. I get that. But Mike McDaniel, good morning, Mr. Seems like the play calling is coming in late. Is it Big Slick? What do you mean coming in late? Late. Like this should not be. Not after 16 weeks. Come on, man. Come on. Michael. Stop it. Good morning, Thirsty. I don't know what it is. But that's also on Tua, and I'm gonna talk about Tua too. I'm gonna talk about Tua as well. But we're focusing on Mike McDaniel because time and time again, I've seen him consistently, consistently making some decisions that super question. Good morning, Zippa. Welcome. Like, come on, man. What are you doing? What are you doing? Guys, keep hitting that like button for me. Hit the like button, share, subscribe. Let everybody know. Now, I'll tell you this. Dolphins, think we'll be all right. Matt McDaniel, though, sir, you have to make your adjustments. You have to. You have to make your adjustments. You have to. So, if everybody is okay with it, I'm going to ask you all a question. Grade Mike McDaniel for me, real quick. Grade Mike McDaniel. I'm going to give you eh, eh. I'm serious. Grade Mike McDaniel. Grade him. Oh, action for y'all real quick. Yeah. Grade Mike McDaniel. What up, Mr. Color Com? How are you doing, buddy?
Good morning, ma'am. How you doing? Good to see you.
I'm good, good, good.
Happy
Yeah,
holiday to
sir.
you. Love
Thank
the
you,
hat.
thank you. Appreciate it. Great.
I
Yeah,
need to
so what
get
I'm
one of me
bringing on
those for
Sundays.
Sunday. I gotta get one of those for Sunday in case I get
I
on TV.
know. I'm trying to. I'm trying to. Uh,
How's
yeah,
the
man.
show
Great
going
show
this
this
morning?
morning.
I saw you postpone last night from the due to the holidays, so um I figured I would you
Yeah.
know
And when I set it up
take you up
last
on
week,
your invite.
yeah, my brain was gone. So, thank you, Zip. I appreciate it. Yep. Dolphins hat. I can't wait. Um,
No
what I was
holiday
gonna say.
parties this week.
Yeah. This
I mean work
uh
holiday party.
work holiday parties. Yeah, more. That was like 2 weeks ago. It
Family.
was
More
virtual,
family
so
this
yeah.
week. Huh?
Oh, family.
That's cool.
Yes, it's yes. So that's definitely. But I've been talking like I do my injury report, my team stats. Right now we're at head coach expectations. I just gave mine for McDaniel. Did my keys to victory. But as far as McDaniel, look, to me, establish the run early, okay, and stick to it. And two, make the adjustments. Make the adjustments, which I feel like
Exactly.
he hasn't been doing.
How do you keep Aaron
Thank
Rodgers
you,
from
Zippo.
beating you? Even with a bad team, how do you keep Aaron Rodgers from beating you? You keep the ball out of his hands.
Exactly. And that was my third one. Pressure, pressure, pressure. Like we are gonna have to do it. You know what I mean? Miss Fins, McDaniel has a chance to grow, but I think he's really coordinator and a head coach. He, it might be too much. It might be too much for him. You know what I mean? At this point, but I don't know. That's for me. As far as this game though, and I gotta go over to us every single week. Um, keep hitting that like button. Carl, are you still there?
Yeah, I am. Is that me cutting out or you?
Can you hear me? No.
Is that me cutting out or you? We'll have to ask the chat.
Okay. Okay. I think we're good.
All right. So
No,
I'm
I think
wondering,
we're
is it
good. I
me
think
or
we're
you?
good. Clementi, welcome. Yeah. Clement, I wanted to see your camera. I wasn't sure if you went out or you just turned it off. So,
Well, I turned it off to make
Clement,
sure
morning.
that it wasn't me.
And that's another thing I gotta. What's up, Cap? Yeah, that's another thing. Come on, man. Oh snap! That was hilarious. Miss. Oh man, it is me. Sorry, my internet. Can you hear me?
That's okay. I can hear you, but it's coming in and out here and there, and your
Okay.
video is
Uh,
frozen right at the moment. Flip off your camera for a second. Maybe it'll
man.
clean up your bandwidth. And Zippa, I
Oh,
love Zippa. How's it going, Zippa? I love your name for Aaron Rodgers. That is
hello.
Karen Rodgers.
Okay.
Yeah, you might need to reconnect. Either case, yeah. Once Miss Fins, we will patiently await Miss Fins to reconnect. While she's doing that, everybody like and share. Hit the notification bell so you know when Miss Fins is going live. Get it out to everybody, friends, family. You can trust that Miss Fins runs a tight ship around here, so you can share it with your friends and family and not be worried that they're going to hear things they don't want to hear.
Oh my God, this is so embarrassing. Can y'all hear me?
Oh, it happens. It's the
Can
dang
y'all hear
internet. We
me?
got you now. It seems like we got you now.
Okay, good. Oh my Lord. Yeah, that Karen Rogers comment had me and the internet go crazy.
Because it rhymes. It rhymes,
So
you know, it works perfect. Karen Rogers. That's great.
It does. That's why it got me. 'Cause, at first you think, "Oh, is my brain messing with me, or did I really just read what I heard?" I think we're good. We should be back.
So what I think is going to happen is Aaron
Good
Rodgers is going
connection,
to
right?
get. Uh-oh. There you are. There you are. Aaron Rodgers is going to get
Perfect.
arrogant. He's going to attempt the clock play. What he doesn't realize is Dan Marino has already paid off the officials this week to make sure that he doesn't have enough seconds to pull it off. And it's going to backfire in his face and lose the game.
And you know what?
You don't
And
show
this
up.
is
You
why I
don't
can't
show up
stand
Dan
him.
Marino. You don't show up Dan Marino in his own house without paying for it sometime in life.
Yeah, he wants to claim he's all that good. I'm like, dude, you stop. You only won. Your team won that Super Bowl, bro. Not even you won that Super Bowl. So for me, I can't stand Aaron Rodgers, and I think this team, this defense is gonna destroy. They're gonna play possessed, in my opinion. But give me two things that you like out of Mike McDaniel, real quick, color.
Two things that I like about him.
No, that you expect for this game out of Mike McDaniel. What
Oh,
do you
two
expect out
things
of
I
him?
expect. I expect to just
Expectations,
call
yeah.
him to call a normal game like every other coach does. Stick with what works. If something's working, do it until they beat it. That's what I expect out of Mike McDaniel. And I also expect gosh, that's really it, Miss Phins. I mean, don't overthink it. Just let your playmakers play. Get them the ball. Don't be afraid to use the tight ends. Think it's ridiculous that every single tight end we face scores a touchdown or two on us, yet we can't use ours that same way. I firmly believe if our tight ends have more production this year, we have at least two more wins. And that's on the coach. That's not on Tua. Granted, Tua could have probably
I would say three more wins.
Tua could have missed a
Three.
couple of them throughout the year, but that's beside the point. We're not using them like we should be, you know.
We're not implementing them into the game plan. Which
And we,
which I'm gonna
you
talk
know,
about
there
that in a second because we're gonna
and
talk
there's
about
too many
Tua.
times where we're seeing Mike Gesicki streak down the field wide open, and the play was never even designed to go there.
Or even have you I gotta take a minute here before we get to Tua, but did you hear what Mike Gesicki said? Did you hear the hot mic?
Oh, between him and Dawson Knox, yeah, I saw that.
Funny, both of them wear 88. I'm like, I'm not. So I don't know how people are upset at Gesicki. I'm like, he's 1,000%. First of all, let him be happy for someone else. A and B, he's 1,000% right. I'm glad they're freaking. I'm glad they're using you.
Right, he's
I'm
starting
glad
to
they're
that's
using you
something that
because they're
that's something that transcends fandom. Like he could love being a Miami Dolphin, but first and foremost, as a
yeah.
professional athlete, they're the company he works for. It's no different than the company you work for. And if your company was underutilizing you and you were talking to your buddy at a Christmas party and his company was overutilizing him, you might say something similar. It don't matter that it's Miami Dolphins and you might love the Miami Dolphins. You know what I mean? It's your company not utilizing you correctly as an employee. That's all that is, and that's usually when it
And
starts to
that's
spell the
Mike
end for a
McDaniel.
player.
He doesn't know. He doesn't know the tools he has. He's not using the players right, in my
Hmm.
opinion. He's not using his weapons right, in my
And
opinion.
it'd be one thing if he was
And it's
like,
the biggest man, guys. I think I've proven enough. Go ahead,
well, I was just gonna say if we've
Color.
done certain things and called certain things a certain way this year in order to smite Jaceki, then that's malpractice to the fans. You know what I mean? If we could have won a game because you could have utilized Jaceki more, but you're not because you don't want to give him the upper hand in some kind of negotiation, then hey. We're never going to win that way. It's just all there is to it. If every player is being
It's the
treated that way,
dumbest
and
thing I
that's
can
how,
think of. It
we're
is.
never going to win. And it's
I
not
mean,
just
this
Jaceki.
is the problem. Like, people want to talk about, oh, Kelsey. Kelsey, come on, man. He's top three when it comes to talent. But y'all, Kelsey doesn't block that much more than Gesicki. He blocks more than Gesicki, obviously, and has gotten better as a blocking. In his blocking, but he's not a primarily blocking tight end at all. Not Kittle is. Kittle is a blocking first tight end. Kelsey is not. Kelsey, he might chip. He'll help out with the block if truly need be, but he's being utilized as a weapon. We have our miniature, our own great value version of Kelsey, if you want to say whatever, because he doesn't block like Kelsey. Fine, but offensive production he has. Everybody wants to praise too about the four touchdowns that he got in that fourth quarter um in the Ravens game, but do we forget that two of them were to Gesicki? One of them that never been caught, that was so insanely in front of him, and I mean like away from his body. This man had to jump like 5 feet in the air and like towards it, and somehow managed to catch that ball.
Yeah, and
Like,
as much advocating
oh man.
and things that Jaceki has brought to the table to help improve Tua. It's amazing that Tua's not going to the coach for him, saying, "Yo, I'm throwing the ball to this guy. I don't care what you think." You know what I mean? It's got to be a little insulting from coming from Tua too to Jaceki. Like, yo, get me the ball more.
You're not gonna have my back after I've had your back.
Yeah, Jaseki's been a
And you know what?
staunch
I give
advocate
this
for
to
Tua.
Tom Brady. He has been. He has been. And Tom Brady, that's one of the things that I do have to give him. I don't like him. Like now I can deal with him because he's no longer a Patriots, but he always makes sure if somebody had, two more weeks to make a bonus or whatever, I'm gonna hit you the ball because I want you to get paid. You know what I mean? I'm gonna take
Yep.
care of my guys.
And
Tua,
Michael
what are
K
we
points
doing,
out
man?
73 completions last year, 25 this year. Michael K, fair point, but also bring up the target difference. We're literally not throwing him the ball. I mean, he's open. He's been
Not
getting
even
open.
10% of what he was getting last year. And I saw that God, I don't want to bring out, but Mike Gesicki could have had a long touchdown in that Bills game. And I mean a long touchdown
Mm-hmm.
had Tua gone to his first read.
And you know what, Miss Fins? If we all are wrong, like and we're just misreading everything, and let's say we get to the playoffs, and all of a sudden, in 5 games leading up to the championship game, Mike Gesicki is like shredding the league, and it was just a matter of, oh, we didn't want to utilize him this way until we wanted to put a hurting on people in the playoffs. That'd be one thing, but I don't see any indication that that's going to be the case. That'll change
Which
everything
to
we
me,
think. If by the time we get to the Super Bowl, if Giuseppe's had 2 touchdowns a game on the 5 or 6 games, 7 games it's going to take to get there, then that changes everything. But I just don't foresee that happening. Like,
well, yeah, because then fine, you're not trying to give away all your weapons. Okay,
well, right, but going to
okay.
that take, Miss Fins, you know how that makes a person look when we resort to, oh, the coach has just been hiding things. Nah, that probably ain't the case. You know what I mean?
And the problem is you're
What we
messing with
thought
people's
about
money.
Flores too with the defense last year. Like, oh, he was holding it at, at bay. And then when he had to win ball games, it was like, okay, well, now it's the playoffs because we're 1-7. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'd
but
like to
it was
believe
it
that's
was
how we're
more
treating
of
our
I gotta
defense
get
now.
my
But
it's
I'm
gotta I
sorry.
gotta get my DC time to no, you're good. I gotta get my DC time to figure it out too, and that's what he did with Boyer. But the problem is, um, the problem is at this point, I'm not understanding how he's not utilizing his players the way he should be utilizing his players. I don't get it. It makes people want to, oh, he doesn't fit the scheme because he's got a block. How many times have we had opportunities where, especially in the end zone, you got little tiny receivers, but instead of utilizing your 6'6", 230 tight end, you want to go ahead and have these little tiny receivers climb 10 ladders
That's
to
a
get to
great
a
point. Forget whether
extremely.
he's exactly, Miss Finns. Forget whether he's telegraphing the play. Who cares? He can make the catch. It don't matter if they know he's getting the ball. If you're going to
Guess
tell
what?
me
Because
that,
they still do that last year, and he still was
right?
productive.
And what I'm saying is, take for instance the fade route to Chase Edmonds. People say, well, that's a running back. You don't expect it. That's why he was wide open. Blah blah blah. Okay, so what would Jaceki have had one guy on him? Jaceki makes that catch right there, regardless of whether they knew it was going to be a pass play because he's in the game.
They still knew last year, and it still made no difference.
I mean, you
He
gotta.
was still
How
catching
many?
the
How much money
balls.
is
Is
he
my
making
point.
this year, Miss Fins?
10.9.
And how much
Good
was?
morning,
How much did
Andres.
we pay Chase Edmonds to be here?
What was it like 6 million? I think
Right. Who should
six point something
and
million.
who is paid regardless of whether they should be blocking or not? Who is paid to catch the football between those two? I mean, I know it's a
Oh,
rhetorical question.
Chase.
You know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
I mean, not only is the tight end paid to catch the football as one of his main focuses, but he's making $4 million more than the running back to do it.
Yeah, you're right. The Kisiki. Yeah. and
Well,
and the problem
that's
is
a
he's
coaching
not being
call.
used, and I'm seeing him open.
That's a
It
coaching call,
is.
Miss
It
Fins.
makes sense to me. It
And I
makes
don't
no
care if
sense to
Skylar
me.
I don't care
Makes
if
no
Skylar
sense to me.
Thompson is used to working with the second team or not. You're in a critical part of a game where you still have to take the lead, and you're putting in a rookie tight end over Mike Gesicki across the middle there.
You know how many times he's been open? He's been open all season. I don't know how many times I have to say. He's been open all season, right in the middle, man. Right, and when they take away the middle, he's still blocking. It's not, granted, I get it. It's not the best. But this man
And,
will
and,
be an all pro next year when he's in a different team.
and
An
now,
all
now
pro,
we've been I've
not a
been
pro
pretty
bowler.
harsh on Mike McDaniel, Miss
All
Fins, but
pro.
what do you think about Bones' comment?
No, the QB not using. He's the guy on the field playing.
I mean, I guess some of it is part to do with that, but but it wasn't Tua's call to put Tanner Connor on the field when Skyler was in the game against the Jets. You know what I mean? I think a Mike Gesicki type tight end could have helped out Skyler and Teddy a lot more than Tanner Connor, an unknown.
You know how many?
You know, but I get
I'm
your
telling
point,
you right
Bones.
now.
You're absolutely right. You know, Miss
I
Finns
can think of
pointed
three
out that
games
one against
right now.
Buffalo. Yeah, Buffalo. Sunday down the field, wide open, would have been a touchdown.
Right, and I'm talking the Red Sea was parted for this man.
And why do you think, Miss Finns, that
And
defense thought it was safe to leave Jaceki alone like that.
because they're not throwing him the ball.
And
They're not throwing.
a 13 and after a 13 game sample size, they're not going to start throwing him the ball anytime soon.
Which to me makes no sense.
Right, because what does it give
And
them
you
the
know what?
ability to do?
I will say it's
It
half
gives
and
them the
half.
ability to double team
It's half and
Tyreek and
half.
Waddle. Why do you think there was quadruple coverage on Tyreek when Tua threw him that ball into quadruple coverage? Why do you think there was quadruple coverage on Tyreek?
Yep. Oh, you can't cover Tyreek. Yes, you can. If he's the only one you're gonna throw the ball to.
Exactly. And he's still getting his
That's the problem
140
I
per
have.
game. That's the amazing thing. He's still getting his 140 per game.
True. This to me, to be honest with you, no, totally. This to me makes no sense. Why we're not? You look at the Bills. God, I can't stand the Bills. But look at the
Hey,
Bills.
I wonder if hey, this is a
Look at
hot
the
take, Miss
Bills.
Fins. This is going to be a controversial take. I wonder if now that Waddle
Say it.
missed the I wonder if now that Waddle missed the Pro Bowl, that they're going to stop trying to pump it to him on the secondary and start getting the ball to Jaceki more now. Watch. Jaseki's going to all of a sudden be getting targeted more the rest of the season because there's nothing on the line for Waddle to win. Chomp on that.
It just makes
Watch
no
it
sense to
happen.
me that
Watch
it
Jaceki
makes no
start
sense
getting
to
8
me.
targets a
You're
game.
probably right.
Watch.
Why to
Now
bring
that the
his
Pro
stock
Bowl is off
value
the
before they
table.
trade him? I get that.
No, but now that the Pro Bowl is off the table for Waddle, there's no reason to force feed the secondary passes to Waddle and pump his yardage up. You know what I mean?
My thing is, I understand trying to keep Tyreek, his whatever, but to TD's point, it is a detriment to the team. It's a detriment to the team.
Yep.
That's the problem. And
Pete
I'm here
made
to
the
win. I
same
don't
point.
care who
Pete
wins.
Pete
If
predicted it in the offseason.
if yeah, I had a feeling too. We have endless conversations about this. But my thing is, and I said this before, you got to utilize all your weapons. Period. And you have a 6'6", 230 tight end with hands, magical hands. Like, and to Bones' point, 1,000%, which I know a lot of people harp, and one read Tua, no read Tua, whatever. But if Tua really was out there doing his thing, and that's also on Tua, Tua, you gotta see the field, man. This is year three. This is year three. You're not seeing the field. The plays are there to be made. Don't tell me we have a crappy O line because we don't. Has it been a shifty O line? Yes. Have we had to make adjustments to a line? Yes. Due to injury, due to blah, blah, blah. Yes. But don't come out here and tell me, do not tell me that Tua Tagovailoa is seeing the whole field because he's not. And don't tell me because, well, he said it himself, Miss Fins. If he can't see you, he can't put.
I was just about to say
He
that
is
because I knew
six
that was going to
six.
be next. I knew that was going to be next.
He's
Get
6'6".
yourself out of the pocket if you can't see. Get yourself into a spot on the field where you can see the secondary. How about that? Uh-oh.
He's 6'6". What, dude? Dude, you can't see me? Oh no, no. Color, can you see me?
I
Can you
can.
see me?
I can.
Okay. He's 6'6". What's happening over here? Like, come on, man. I don't know with not seeing the field. And at this point with Tua, Y'all know I'm a sticky, so I'm gonna say it one more time, like I do every week. 230 to 250 minimum. Two touchdowns, no interception, a couple deep passes. Well, guess what, Tua? You're gonna have to step it up because clearly that hasn't helped in the last 3 weeks. I'm gonna need more from you. I'm gonna have to see more from you. You're gonna have to actually start doing your job. Do
And
your
it's so
job.
tough to say that because he's
Do your
producing
job.
so much
At this
more at a
point,
higher
it's
pace
not
than he did
happening.
last year. You know,
Yeah, but
it's
this
hard
is
to
the
say
problem,
that.
color. This is the problem. Push back on that. You're still not seeing the field. You're still not seeing the field. You're not seeing the field. That's the problem. He's not seeing the field. He's not utilizing his players. And now we're talking about what's up, Ken Sean? Welcome. G, welcome. Good morning. Where is the average for Noah? He is one interception was more impactful than one interception X Scott. Noah was snubbed. 1,000%. Anybody that wants to tell me that Noah didn't win us that game, he won us that game. We were losing that game. That game was lost, ladies and gentlemen. We only beat the Steelers because Noah Benagadi made a phenomenal defensive play. That's it. What do you mean? It was
By the
thrown
way,
right at
Miss
him,
Fins, by the
and
way,
he could have grabbed the ball.
if I'm over talking you, it's just because when it cuts you out, it makes me think that you're done saying what you're saying. Just to let you know why I've been cutting you off.
You're good. You're good. Trust me, you're good. Helping me out. I appreciate you. Plus, I gotta go soon, anyways. But that's why we're doing Tua's here.
Oh, by the
But
way,
this is the thing, Tua.
uh, how's the wait real quick? How's the microphone sound that I'm talking on?
Oh, good, clear. Is
Does
this
it
the new one?
sound as good as all the other ones I use?
Yeah,
Okay,
clear.
well
I don't. Yeah,
We'll talk about it
it sounds
backstage
clear
real
to me.
quick when the show's done. But I wanted to get your opinion real quick while we were live.
No, no, I think it sounds good. I think it does sound
Okay,
good.
just
Sounds
keep
better
that in
than mine.
mind.
So
Yeah, just keep that in mind.
yes, but appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. But
The
yeah, Lone
chat
says
the
very
chat would
clear.
have a heart
So yeah.
attack. The chat would have a heart attack if they knew how little I spent on it. Everybody would become a YouTuber if they knew how little I spent on this microphone.
No, they won't because they don't know all the other expenses we have to deal with. So, uh, but as far as Tua, this is my expectations for Tua. Tua, you're gotta come out with at least 300 plus, in my opinion. We're gonna need to see at least 3 touchdowns from you, Tua,
And I think it's
minimum,
absolutely
minimum.
possible, Ms. Fins. He has had quite a few games over 300 yards this year and against teams
And
precisely like the Packers. You know what I mean? And something I found out on my show this morning as I was doing doing the digging live. I like to do a lot of my digging live so the audience knows that I came across it with them so that it doesn't seem like I pre-planned a Tua bashing session or something. You know what I mean? I just let them all find it out with me live. You know what I mean? And one thing we found out this morning,
hmm
Aaron Rodgers has not thrown for 300 yards all season long.
no, no, I don't believe it.
291.
I don't believe it.
291 was the best he did.
I don't believe it.
Not one
I don't
single
believe it.
game. And other than that 291, his best was 251.
That's his career low in every.
We're
That's
we're,
career
you know,
low for him.
we're 14 games in, people. There ain't that there ain't no all of a sudden he's just going to do it against our home defense that only gives up 15 points a game at home. You know,
Nah, this is gonna be a nasty, nasty loss for them.
I'll say it again.
Nasty loss.
If our offense, if our team as a whole performs the way it did Sunday night, all things being equal, I had to put all things being equal in there because crypto is going to flip out on me when I say this. But all things being equal, if we
Dolphins
get
have
the
a better defense.
performance we had Sunday night, we should roll through the Packers like they've never been rolled through
I got it,
since
35-10.
since who put up a 40 burger on them? Somebody put up, I said it earlier, I forgot who it was, but somebody just Philadelphia put a 40 burger on them.
Philly.
Yeah, and I don't understand.
Yeah,
I'm just
Philly.
saying, if
They
we get
40-33.
the performance we saw Sunday night was was better than even the performance against the bad teams we played. So what I mean is, against, let's say, the Lions, sure, we put up over 30 points on them, but we only won by 4. And I'm saying if we would have performed against the Lions like we did against the Bills Sunday night, we would have absolutely destroyed the Lions. We could have put 50
Can I
on
put
them.
it to you this way? Can I tell you something, color? We could have put 40 on the Niners if we
Agreed.
had the same exact
Agreed.
play we had
Agreed.
from our offense. We would have put
And the
40 on
Chargers.
the
The Chargers had
Niners
the 26th
and the
ranked
Chargers
defense.
too. Actually, you might have put up even more against the Chargers.
Now, the Niners might have held us
Well,
down a little bit
it's a
because they
difference.
do. Well, their defense was real deal earned number one. So they might have diminished
Yeah,
us a little bit. But we win that game. I had every bit of confidence in the world that we were going to beat those two teams,
agreed.
despite Tua.
Agreed. Agreed. But I wasn't expecting the duds that we got from Tua. G says
But they do.
Christmas in Miami
But
gonna
they
feel.
happened. But they happened. And based on our performance against Buffalo, with all of the cards that were stacked against us, I can now at least comfortably believe a little bit that those two games were just outliers when it comes to who we really are.
The extreme
I
exceptions.
could at least hope that. You know what I mean? Because if we get a performance, and I want to say it just like Stephen A. Smith said it. If we perform like we did against Buffalo, we can beat anybody in this team, in this league, in the CFL, in the NBA, in the MLB, wherever.
NHL. Yeah. Agreed. This
Chiefs,
was a great game.
Chiefs, Beefs, Reefs, whatever. Bring them all on. 49ers, 68ers, 22ers, whatever.
But no, like that's what I say.
Eagles,
Like we could have done it. Good morning,
Buzzards,
Batman.
Vultures, whatever. Vikings, Saxons, Celts, who cares? Bring them all on.
Morning, Batman. Hey, everybody check out Phins. Phenomenal show over there, Batman. Appreciate you coming through.
Buffalo, bison, deer, whatever.
Yeah.
We'll
The
cook them all
Bambies.
up.
Listen, at the end of the day, this game against the Bills, and we still haven't talked about Tua's expectation. We gotta talk about Tua's expectation. I gotta skedaddle. But
She's like, colors
this
flipping
game,
out. I'm going to miss my job today.
nah, no, we're gonna take care of everything today. But the that game versus the Bill was like a movie. That's how I started my show. I'm like, it was a movie. It was a movie. You had suspense. You didn't know what was happening. You were like, "Ooh, oh, that looked good. Okay, oh." Like the
You know,
whole
Miss
time, I
Finns, you
was
make
like,
a great point. And it's the part about
it
what
was like a
Stephen A. Smith
great movie.
that really caught me was the very end of what he said. That was the best game. I think he said it along the lines of that was the best game of the year so far. Like that
To
was the
be
best
honest with
game
you,
we've seen so far.
I can't think of any other game that was
That's
more
the type of
exciting
game
than
we
that game.
wanted. Win or lose, that's the type of game we always want to be playing.
Yep.
You
I got
think the
asked by
Bills are
305 Sports, babe.
Right. Do you think when the Bills lose to the Chiefs, sure, when it's in 13 seconds, but do you think when the Bills lose these big playoff games or the Chiefs lose these big playoff games or whoever, yeah, they're sour about it, but do you think they dwell on it for the entire week like we do a lot? It's like, no, we want those games. We can accept losses like that, respectable losses. They suck. They're still terrible. They still hurt. But okay, get them next time. But when you're getting outclassed, there ain't no get them next time. We haven't been able to say get them next time in 30 years.
Exactly.
But tell you what, Buffalo fans, we're going to
That
get you
gap,
next time.
the gap is there. The gap is
Yeah,
right here, right now,
I've been
and they
telling you
know it.
all season that we can
Right
compete with
here.
them. I've been telling you that they're not as much better than us that people think, that we can compete with them. And then if we got all our ducks in a row, we can beat them anytime, anywhere,
Uh,
50% of
it
the
was a
time.
great game. That was a fun. Not to me. That
That was the
was,
point, Miss Fins. That was the point of making the prediction I did about the division order. Now I'm going to eat crow
of
right now,
course.
and I'm going to take the L. I was wrong about my
You were
division
right.
standings prediction. You know what I
You were
mean?
right. It just didn't. It wasn't for the full
No, but I
season,
mean, in
but for
all
a portion
honesty,
of the season,
I
you
had
were
the
right
Bills
though.
finishing third. Okay, and I get it. I'll
But
take that
were
L.
they not third? Were they not third at some point in the season
Yeah, and that's the
for
thing is
several
that
weeks?
that's the thing, Miss Fins. I can take the L knowing that the point of my prediction was still valid. Was that everybody in this division can
Yeah.
compete with the Bills?
Oh,
Everybody. Tell the Jets who already beat the Bills that they can't compete with them. Tell the Patriots who beat them last year without even throwing the football
they're not.
that they can't compete. I'll hold it down for you, Miss Fins. Don't worry. Tell the Jaguars who aren't even in our division. Tell the Jaguars that held Josh Allen to 6 points last year. And you're not going to tell me your offense got that much different than it was last year and that theirs was that much different. If anything, their offense is better this year. Oh, you have bad games. Yeah, well, champions don't have bad games. That's what y'all tell us all the time. Contenders don't have bad games. That's what y'all tell us. Well, guess what? Maybe we just had a
Listen,
bad
can you
game
hear me? Am I
against the
back?
Niners and the Chargers. Maybe we just had a bad game against the Niners and the Chargers. I'm willing to believe that because I'm a fan. Don't mean it's true, but so what? I can tell you, win or lose, whether we took the L Sunday night or not, there was only one team with a bloody lip in their locker room Sunday night, and it wasn't us. That's all I'm saying. That's my Miss Finn's morning show family friendly way to say we beat the bleep. And they know it. They felt it. And they better hope they don't lose out because if they do and we win the division, they're going to have to come to Miami in the playoffs. That's right. I said it, Mark. You got the Bears, the Patriots, and who else? The Bengals left to play. I wish Justin Fields was
Yeah.
playing. It would make it a lot easier
Am
to
I
say
back?
that,
Am I
but
back?
you're back.
Am I back?
Seems like it.
Oh, thank God. Okay. Good. 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 Listen.
I've been
I'm gonna have
pumping
to
up
watch
the
the show
audience
again.
for you.
Thank
I've
you.
been
I'm so
pipe
glad you're
dreaming
here,
about
man. I
I've
appreciate
been
you.
pipe dreaming about Buffalo losing out and us still winning the division, you know.
It's still a chance. till 1 o'clock.
Like I tell people, the magic number is one,
Let's
not
see.
zero. They still either have to win one more or we have to lose one more, whatever. But the magic
Yeah.
number is one, not zero. And you're talking to a St. Louis Cardinals fan where the magic number was one and we had 8 games left in the season and still won the division and got the wild card. Or, I'm sorry, we didn't win the division that year. We got the wild card. 8 games left in the season and the magic number was one.
Jeez.
So I'm just
Well,
sorry.
I'm
I
telling you.
learned a different way. Well, look, eh, I'll say one more thing because you're still cutting out a little bit, Miss Phins. I'll introduce myself a little more to the audience. I spent quite a bit of time living in St. Louis area, right? And I became a Cardinals fan because all they really have there is baseball, and they love it, and it's good baseball, it's championship baseball, right? So the one thing I learned was that the way they perceive themselves and the way they roll is like how the New England Patriots are in football or the Pittsburgh Steelers. You know what I mean? They expect to win every single game. 162 games in baseball. They expect to win. They expect to be over 100 wins every season. And when there's 8 games left in the season and your magic number to be out is one, and you as a fan base don't give up hope, and your team goes on to win the World Series that year, you start to
I remember
remind it,
what that
it reminded me of who I was as a Dolphin fan. Watching Dan Marino play, growing up knowing that every single game we played, we had a shot to win. It didn't matter whether it was the AFC Championship in the snow of Buffalo or if it was us down 20 points to the Patriots to start the season after our quarterback throws 4 interceptions, to know that we're still going to win that game. That's what the St. Louis Cardinals fans know. That's what being a St. Louis Cardinals fan reminded me of. And it actually strengthened my
it's still
Dolphin
shot.
fandom.
It's still a shot until it's
I
not.
grab
You know
my
what I
St.
mean?
Louis hat every once in a while and I rub it all over me just to get the championshipness rubbed on me.
Oh, color, that's hilarious. Am I back?
Yeah, you're back. Sorry to
Okay.
devolve into baseball talk, but
Oh
it's
no,
just,
it's fine. It's fine. It's
it's
fine.
relative. You know
No,
what
we
I
gotta
mean?
talk about Tua real quick. We
I
gotta talk
want
about
my
Tua, but
fellow fans to feel that way about the Dolphins. I want them to know what that feels like. The young
I
ones
know
that,
what it
you
is
know,
to win a championship here. 1997, Florida Marlins pennant. 2003, Florida Marlins World Series pennant. 2006, Miami Heat World Championship. 2012, Miami Heat Championship. 2013, Miami Heat Championship. I've had 5 championships that I can say I was alive for. Okay, that Florida has had for me. And if you technically want to count Tampa Bay, I guess it's 6 because it's still Florida. So it's 6 championships I've experienced in my life. So I know what it is to win and to be happy for your team and all of that. And unfortunately, the Dolphins, we haven't done anything so far recently. This is the one time where we're actually close. It's almost there. And oh,
and Mark in his solipsistic world is like, nice fantasy color, but do you realize how non-realistic you sound? Well,
that's
yeah.
fine. We're fans,
To
man.
a Buffalo fan, I would expect to sound non-realistic. I get it.
We're fans. We are fans.
But see, Mark is a
We're fans.
solipsist, so he doesn't. He thinks his
To be
mind
honest with
is
you, I don't know what
creating the
that means.
universe. You know what I mean?
I don't know what that
Love you,
means,
Mark.
but it's okay. It's okay. But listen. As far as the game for the Bills, and I'm gonna say this now because we gotta get to Tua. As far as the Bills game, That was the funnest game I had, even though I was like scared the whole time. But it was the most entertaining. Good morning, Green Rat. The most entertaining game I've seen all year. The most like it was like like you honestly did not know who was
And
gonna
it
win.
was us that was a part
You
of a game
had
like that.
no idea who was winning that game.
It was us that was part of a game like that.
I know. Such a great game.
When
And
people
I
want to
feel
point
like
to differences, that's a difference. That's why Stephen A. Smith said what he said.
this, and I think Packers game is going to be just like that. I think because he knows this is probably the last year he's going to play as a Packer. He's got they're still not out of the playoffs. This is the NFC. It sucks.
He
So
feels
Aaron Rodgers
smited
is going
by
to
them.
go.
He doesn't owe that organization anything. He
Nothing,
feels
nothing,
smited by
nothing.
them.
But he wants to still be able to make the postseason again because it's on him, you know?
And for it to be all about him, yeah,
Exactly, because he knows it'll be on him.
But we can beat
So,
that. I think we can beat that.
but my thing is, I think this is going to be just as an exciting, maybe not as exciting as the Bills Dolphins game, but it's still going to be an exciting game to watch.
Well,
And,
I think that the NFL wants that, if you know what I mean. And it's Christmas Day. I would expect nonetheless. You know what I
I
mean?
seen Brady play live on my birthday. They destroyed us.
The over under is 49.5.
I
That's
know.
fairly high
I'm
for a
taking the
game,
over. I'm
you know.
taking the over. I'm taking the over. Because Dolphins are gonna blow through that. Um, and now I'm gonna get to see Aaron Rodgers. So I'm very happy about that. As
I guess it's a the question. I mean, the question's already probably answered for me, but I'm supposing you're not going to be at the game Sunday.
oh yeah, I am.
Oh, are you? Oh,
Yeah,
well,
yeah,
dang.
yeah.
So am I.
Very a very awesome patron to Miss Phins donated a ticket to this game and the Jets game. So I will be going to both games. And it'll be the first time in my life that I've gone to every single, even preseason, Dolphins home
Wow.
game. Like literally, I'm trying not to like cry because it's so exciting. But it
Now
was
I'm not, and see,
You
I'm not
fans
going to
made it happen.
presume. I'm not going to presume which holiday you celebrate or anything, but most holidays, the 25th is an important day. So you're like me. You're like Dolphins, man.
Oh no,
It's
I
like
mean I still celebrate Christmas, guys. I still have
family
family
Dolphins
members that
God
celebrate
country.
Christmas.
Family Dolphins God country.
No, for me it's God, family, country, then
Mm.
Dolphins. Uh,
But that's cool. I'll be there
um,
too.
but yeah, no, it's actually a birthday.
I'm the one that got
It's
all
a
these seats, if you're
gift.
wondering.
You what?
I'm the one that got all these seats.
All Easties?
Ali is not going to
Oh,
the
Ali.
game. Yeah,
Oh,
so he sold me his tickets.
yeah. I need to. I still need like three more tickets. I might just randomly just show up with no tickets and hope that they'll be super cheap and I can just buy right then and there. Fingers crossed. But yes, shout out to Chef Jew, literally sponsoring Miss Fins. So I appreciate you, man. But I'm telling you right now, the what was I gonna say? The This game is gonna be intense. But to us expectations, I told you what the minimum. I think he's gonna need to do 300, three touchdown plus, in my opinion. He needs to show out. He needs to continue what he did this last game and continue moving it on. You know what I mean? Um, so as far as the actual, I'm off Friday, Mark. As far as Monday, I haven't decided yet. But I'm off from work, so um, but yeah, I definitely need to continue what he was doing in this past game because he was doing it. I need him to see the field because the plays are there to be made. So I can't put it all to Bones' point. I can't put it all on McDaniel. Tua also needs to see that field and needs to get it to his playmaker. So my point to Tua is I need you to see the field. See the field. And bro, you need to have at least two, three plays in your back pocket. That if that headset's not working, you know what you see pre-snap. Call a play. You see it, call the audible. Make the adjustments. You're the quarterback. You're the man. You get paid the big bucks. So you need to make sure you're the one. and that if you have to, you're calling the plays. Forget McDaniel. You should know these plays by now. At least passing games, two running plays, and in your back pocket that you know. Okay, I don't care if it's the most basic play of life. If we can't get a play in, this is what we're playing. Period.
And don't be a
Every
friend
quarterback has
and don't be afraid to say, "Forget whether I'm supposed to go to that guy no matter what."
exactly.
Go off
Stop
script.
paying attention to
Run around and look for somebody open, because if you take advantage of the time you're actually getting, which I think that maybe that's what Tua might be underestimating, because as I said in the beginning of the year, he looked very relaxed during the play and he's gotten away from that. And, I just think if he can relax like he would play relaxed like he was earlier in the season, he
thank
realizes he has
you.
way more time than he thought, and he can start
He
to see those other guys that are wide open.
color. If
But
he
it
were to
gets in this
relax,
mode where it's like, I got to make something happen. So we're going to do this quick read stuff and just get it there. And it's like, you're forcing that. That's what happened on the Jaceki drop against the Niners. Jeff
which it
Wilson is in
wasn't
the
a drop,
flat
by the
wide
way.
open.
Take a look at the ball placement, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm
And
tired of
even
people
Miss
saying he
Fins, look
dropped
at the
it.
play. Jeff Wilson is completely either schemed out of the play completely, so we're going 10 on 11, or he's all alone wide open in the flat with nothing but grass in front of him.
And
But we
that's
went to
that's the that's
Jaceki
the
right out of the gate on the play. And to his little trick where he looks off the linebacker didn't work.
yeah.
Now, if you're
I
going to
would
say that it
I
was schemed that way, if it was schemed that way, then take the onus off of Tua and say, okay, well, Mike McDaniel schemed a play where there's a dude on the other side of the field doing absolutely nothing for the play. At least you could bring him back to the backfield and have him block for Tua. It's not
at
like
this
he was
point
gonna
might as well.
when the whole flow of the offense is going one way, it's not like anybody's gonna bother caring about the guy leaking out on the other side unless you're using him for that purpose. But we never
But Tua's
did.
a
To his
seasoned
first read,
player. He's
like
been
his
he's
head
got
never
he's
even
played.
went to that side of the field. If the play's
And,
allowed to
and the
develop,
thing is, the O line is playing well.
that's what I'm saying, Ms. Fins. If the play is allowed to develop for 1 or 2 more seconds, boom. Jeff Wilson could even take that to the house, forget the first down. You know, just saying.
Yeah,
It is what it is. It's over with. It
and
didn't
that's the
happen.
thing.
So we're not,
Yeah,
our
but
season
it
ain't
could
over
happen this
because of
game.
it. Yeah.
But it could happen this game, and that's what we have to worry about. Expectations for Tua, dude. Play loose and look at the field, and then please, for the love of God, take over the game. Take over the game.
Are we going to be in
If
our
Mike McDaniel
pajamas
gives you,
this week again? Our home whites?
oh yeah, we do that on purpose. It's because of the sun. We make them
There
do the
ain't going to be
dark
no
color.
sun this week.
I know, but no pajamas. At this point, it's not.
Yeah.
So y'all should
Hey,
come
Miss
by.
Fizz,
Oh, that's
Miss Fizz,
awesome.
just now your face just now froze, your camera froze, and it was a really yucky looking face right as you were talking about how the weather was going to be. It was great. We didn't even need to hear you. It was just like
that's
weather, and then your face froze on a really yucky looking face. It's funny.
that's
Yeah,
funny. Well,
that could change. I
yeah, I
mean, it
gotta
could
do it.
clear up.
But
The forecast could clear up for Sunday. We'll see.
no, they say I already. I have it up right now. It'll be overcast the whole time.
Right. And
Which to
spotty
me, I'm like,
showers
okay,
and
cloud cover.
cold.
Yeah, 25%. Went for 25. Maybe tomorrow it might come down to 12% rain. Regardless, it's gonna be cold, and I can't wait. I'm gonna have to go half and half. I'm gonna go half Christmassy with this, half camel, because my camel jacket is for that. So I might just be I'm gonna be in the wilderness, you know. Just, but regardless, what is your point for Tua? What do you need from Tua? Give me 2 points that you need from Tua.
Protect the football. It's going to be wet. And again, do what
Hmm.
Aaron Rodgers does with Tanyan. Utilize your tight end. If it's McDaniel not letting you, then oh well. But you got to get the ball to your tight end more, Tua. That's what I expect out of Tua this week. I think the pressure to get Waddle in the Pro Bowl is off. There's no reason to force feed a secondary receiver the ball, especially one who ain't catching it. And I think we need to get Gesicki and the tight ends in general involved a lot more if we're going to continue to keep the ball into his hands at a 80-20 clip. If we get the running game that we got last week and things are clipping along, just don't do nothing to turn the ball over, and get the ball in the end zone. When the defense tightens up, don't let it upstage you. I shouldn't say that because Tua has actually made a couple phenomenal plays in the red zone this year uh, that I can think of
Agreed.
right off the top of my head that are
I can
just,
think of one wicked Siki. Just
really
saying.
good stuff. You know what I mean? So, but we just need to be more. But again, that's where Mike McDaniel comes in because we've seen stuff like that. Yet we've been in other situations where he's totally kept the ball out of to his hands for the ability to even for him to even do something like that. So either case, take advantage of every opportunity. Don't look at this game like one that we can just steal by playing vanilla. Go out there. I know they're probably better than they've played. They're probably better than, whatever. And if they show up, they can be tough and all. But just look, just score. That's what I expect out of Tua this week. Score.
Agreed.
Play relaxed.
Agreed. How many touchdowns do you think he gets?
4.
I was gonna say minimum three.
I would say 3
We're
and
gonna
maybe
have to
one
score five
rushing
touchdowns.
touchdown. 3 and maybe one rushing or one defensive touchdown, but I could easily see him getting all 4 and then a field goal. I have us scoring 31
This
points.
is I got us 35-10.
And I also have Aaron Rodgers probably being the only one that could put a hurting on our home defense, but only by 5 more points than our average. So I got them scoring 20 and us winning 31-20. Man, that gave Miss Phins a heart attack. She just froze. She's like, 31-20? What? Look, rolling the
No,
eyes. It
35
froze on her,
17.
rolling her eyes.
Okay, color. You're funny. But yeah, 35-17 Dolphins in my take us to how many points is that? 47-52. Take the over, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you, scoring 5 minimum. If we score 40 on them, oof. Clementi, good morning. Mountie Fins, good morning. This is gonna be a lot of fun. But ladies and gentlemen, look,
Just
we
kidding
got
again.
color com, we got Miss Fins. Thank you so much, guys. That was I was wondering. I'm like, no, I don't know. Maybe. So I was like, well, let me talk
Mm.
since maybe you might be like whatever.
It's okay. It happens. It's cold out. Things
But
get dry
with
and cold
the
down here. Internet starts messing up. We
I
get it.
need family time. I need family time. It's been a lot, and so I'm enjoying this weekend, holiday weekend. Monday is still tentative. You'll see. I'll pop it up. It just depends on how my I have things to do on Monday too, even though it's Monday off. I'm gonna be enjoying Monday.
Hey, and let me know if you wanna make up league wide sometime before Saturday because there are quite a few. The whole entire slate this week is on Saturday. Like the main slate is on Saturday this week. So like 80% of the teams are playing on Saturday. Like all
I
your
didn't.
regular games are on Saturday this week.
What day today? Thursday?
Hmm. All we'd have to do real quick
Maybe
is give our picks for the Thursday night game to have the list still intact. Who we got playing tonight? Jaguars
because
and who? The
and Jets.
Jets. Who you got in that game?
Maybe do some after work before we after 4 or 5.
Uh oh. Oh.
Oh my
We're in trouble now.
color.
Nanu,
It's me,
nanu.
man. It's me. It's me. It's me. Give me
Well, I
your
was
Jets
saying if
one. We'll discuss the Jets one now, and then I'll see
yeah,
about
that way our
maybe
list is still
later
intact,
today.
right? We or yeah, sure. Whenever we got a second, maybe we'll just do a quick half-hour show or something. Run through the
Yeah, yeah,
picks
yeah.
and
Doesn't have to be nothing,
impact
nothing
players or
major. Yeah,
something.
quick.
Right.
We'll,
Yeah, just let me know.
yeah, we'll do next week, and we'll do the impact. So it'll be later today. It'll probably be the best. Actually,
Okay.
tomorrow. What,
Tomorrow's
Friday?
fine too.
Um,
As long as we get it done before
no,
Saturday.
cause let's do it today. Cause tomorrow I already got things to do. But we'll play it by ear. I
Yeah,
know
play
I
it by
can't do it
ear,
in the
but just
morning,
keep it.
so we'll probably do
If
it.
I,
Yeah,
I'm spotty with checking my Twitter things. So, uh,
yeah.
if you got to get to me quicker, I guess I don't know. I guess you can just like yell at Twitter. I don't. I'm just
Have
kidding.
Instagram, do you?
No, but I'll
You don't have
likely be
Instagram, do
around
you?
in a chat. But I'd likely be around in a chat either if Lewis does a show or DTA or somebody else. I'll likely be somewhere
Okay.
on YouTube in the chat. So if I don't answer
Who
my
do you
Twitter
got?
right away,
Jets or
tonight
Jags?
I'm actually I kind of like the Jags in this one. I'm a, I'm a Florida boy. I'm a Jet hater. I'm
27-21
gonna find a
Jags
way for
for
the
me.
Jags to win. I'll take
Well, hey, Florida first for me. I mean
I'll,
Dolphins, Tampa Bay, and Jags. But I'm
I'll
a Florida girl, so it's always Florida for me.
I'll take Jags 34-31.
I went 27-21 Jags.
Okay.
Woo!
Okay.
It's gonna be great. So we'll definitely talk about it for
Slobber
sure.
knocker,
This is
slobber
gonna be what, week
knocker.
16? Yep, week 16. We'll talk about it. Oh, what's your game prediction for the score prediction for this game, guys? I forgot to ask y'all your score prediction. Score prediction
And
for
for
this
some
game.
reason,
What's your
I
score
just take
prediction?
Trevor Lawrence way more serious than
I,
Zach Wilson.
no,
Now
it's
they
25
have,
17.
for those that wondering who they're starting tonight, the main marquee on NFL.com's website for the game shows Zach Wilson head up with Trevor Lawrence in the picture. So I'm guessing Zach Wilson is going tonight.
Yeah, his ribs
Tua
are still hurt. So
Tua Tua has made the main homepage of NFL.com under an article titled "Top Pro Bowl Game Snubs." So you might get over there and give a read to that. It might be interesting.
I love it, man. But listen, you got me. Miss Phins is saying 35-17 Dolphins this Christmas Day. Newfoundland says 27-17 color. I know you said it was what again? What's it
34-31
for the
Jaguars.
Dolphins?
Oh, for the Dolphins, I'm going 31-20 Dolphins.
34-31. Right. Perfect. So, picks, at least for us. Wait, you picked both teams to go 34-31?
No, 31-20 Miami.
Oh, okay. 31-20.
Yeah, I think
Got
Aaron
it. All right.
Rodgers.
So we
I
got
think
those two
Aaron
picks in.
Rodgers
We
puts a
definitely
little
do.
more than our average against our defense, 20 points, and we produce 4 touchdowns, probably all on offense, likely all thrown by Tua, and we get a field goal, and it's 31-20.
Yeah, I give him two TDs and a field goal. So, me
And we all
because
go home feeling
me,
like
I gotta do it. And
like
you can stay on.
Santa Rodgers gave us a victory by throwing a pick six to Noah.
That would be amazing.
And that's my
Okay,
dream
ladies and gentlemen,
scenario.
thank you for coming through. Thank you for coming through, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate you. Myself, Miss Fans. You got Color Com over here. Check them out. The Phins Tailgate. We're gonna be doing our pick'ems show to either later on today or maybe tomorrow. Cause to his point, he's right. Most of these games are gonna be Saturday, and it's gonna be great. So we'll definitely check it out. I just can't be. It's gotta be before 5, and I don't know if I'll be able to right at 5. So it might even be tomorrow midday. Maybe tomorrow midday I might be able to do it. But guys, thank you so much for coming through again. This is Miss Fins and Miss Fins Color. Thank you so much for coming through, man. Like always, supporting. Much appreciated. Let me. Guys, there won't be any show tomorrow, but we will have a show on Friday. I mean, we will have a show. No show, maybe a show on Monday, okay? Thank you guys. Take care.